Hey, aloha guys, Eric West here, HawaiiRealEstate.org. If you're new to the channel, I'm all about teaching you everything there is to know about Hawaii and its real estate, but you just can't find in the listing. And today, guys, I've got 3 tips I want to give you to be successful in today's real estate market here on the beautiful island of Maui, and I'm sure this would apply in really all market situations across the country. So right now, we are in unprecedented times, and I believe that the market's going to continue to rise, especially here on Maui. We're just now getting back to the prices of 04 and 05. We're just starting to eclipse those. I can show you many examples of properties that sold for more before the last crash. California has doubled since 2013, so I think we're going to double in 5 years is my personal prediction. But here's 3 tips for buyers and sellers. The first tip will be for both buyers and sellers. The second tip will be for buyers, and the third tip will be for sellers. So the first tip for buyers and sellers is this: know your market value. How do you know your market value in today's market? It isn't just about looking at comparable sales. You have to also look at pending sales. Very, very important. There's some record sales that are happening right now. So why is that important to know? Not only do you look at the pending sale, but you talk to the listing agent, get a sense of did it sell for, is it under contract for below, at, or above asking. But that's important because if you're making an offer on a similar type property, it's good for you to know where the market is headed, or where the market has already headed. Even though that deal hasn't closed yet, it's a very good indicator to make sure that you make an appropriate offer. I'll give you an example. Let's say there's a 3-bedroom long-term condo that's on the market today for $650,000, and you're thinking about making an offer for $700,000. But if there's a pending sale that just went under contract for $875,000, then that's the direction that the market is headed. This is secret information, right, that most people don't look at. But in the back of your mind, you know, wait a second, this is another competing property. It's a comparable sale. And again, it might not be in the same complex, but you have to look across the entire marketplace in that property type to get a sense of what properties are worth so you don't underbid. It's very important in this market to not underbid, because most people are going to have instant equity the moment they close on their deal because the market is rising that quickly. So make sure you look at other pending sales. And the same thing, the same advice goes for sellers. It's important to look at other pending sales in your property category. To give you an example, let's say you're selling a luxury home with an infinity pool and an ocean view for $3.5 million. But there's another one 3 neighborhoods down, similar home, similar property, similar view, similar pool, that just went pending for $5.5 million. So it's important to look across neighborhoods. And sometimes listing agents get too micro-focused on just that particular neighborhood. You've got to look across all the neighborhoods right now because inventory is so slim that it's actually forcing us to look at what's happening across the entire market, specifically the leeward side of Maui. My second piece of advice is for buyers. Once you get a sense of what that true fair market value is based on pending sales, make your first bid as uncomfortable as you possibly can. Don't plan on having a second chance at this thing. Come in as high as you possibly can within your ability and within your comfort level, but don't wait. There's not going to be a round 2. It's going to be best and final offer right out of the gate. Make it early. Make it as soon in the process as when it hits the market as you possibly can. The key is to get this thing under contract so that you are in control. So once it's under contract, you can get out of it if you want to, but go in with as many contingencies waived as possible, with an as-is, with an appraisal contingency if you're doing a loan that's been waived. Waive as much as you can, make it as clean as an offer as possible. Make sure you talk to the listing agent or your buyer's agent does to find out what are the important terms that are important for the seller, so you can make sure those are in your offer. They don't have to counter you. It's as clean and has their desires already built into that first offer that you're making. And even little things like, what title company does the listing agent prefer? You want to make sure you cover all those bases ahead of time so you have a fighting chance at getting that deal under contract. And if you're a seller, these are my pieces of advice to you in this market. Number 1, besides knowing the cutting edge value of your property based on other pending sales, also give your property some soak time. The biggest mistake I see sellers making right now, and I'm a buyer's agent, when I'm a buyer's agent, I don't say anything of course, is you're making decisions way too quick. You shouldn't put your property under contract in the first week. Give it some soak time. We're not in a hurry here, right? There's a lot of people that are going to gather at the table. You just got to give them a little bit of time. Some are on vacation, some are on a business trip, some didn't check their computer this week. So give your property some soak time, and I'm telling you, you will get a higher price. Don't be in a hurry and wait. And it's not rude, right? You're just saying, hey, we're just going to give this thing some time on the market. Very, very important. And the second thing for sellers is this: make sure you have the most amazing photos and stage it if necessary. About 50% or more of the properties right now that are closing in Hawaii are closing sight unseen. So they're just going by their impression of what they see online. And those images are powerful. So as much as you can do to clean up the property, to do professional staging, and to make sure the thing pops is definitely worth its money in the bank. So if you found this video helpful, I'd love a thumbs up, a share, a shaka, a subscribe. And of course, if you're ever in the market to buy or sell property here in the beautiful island of Maui, I'd love to be your guy. Until next time, Eric West, out.